talk about the kung bakit ako wala, why I was gone. Um, I actually went to the Camino de Santiago. Okay, I don't know if you're familiar with this, pero ito po ay isang parang pilgrimage, from normally it's from France to Spain. Okay, so maglalakad kayo mga 800 kilometers. Okay, 800 kilometers. So makikita niyo po kung nasa live po kayo. Okay, I'm on FB Live. Okay, aside from our KNDI Radio, nasa FB Live po tayo, nasa YouTube. Okay, nasa FB Live and YouTube. Makikita niyo po yung picture natin dyan. Ito po nung naglalakad ako during the Camino. Okay, so apparently I didn't know much about this Camino de Santiago, pero it's been going on for over 1,000 years. Okay, over 1,000 years. Kings, popes, bishops, they've done it. Ginawa po nila to. Normally nga sinasabi ko mula France hanggang sa Spain, maglalakad kayo. Okay, it's a walk. Okay, it's a pilgrimage. Okay, actually, ang tawag sa amin pilgrims or peregrino. Tawag peregrino, peregrina. And hindi naman namin ginawa we didn't do the 800 kilometers. I don't think, hindi ko kaya yun. But we did do ang tawag nila, the French way. Okay, the French way, which starts in Sarria in Spain and all the way to Santiago de Compostelas. Okay, that trek is about 115 kilometers. Okay, so believe it or not, ginawa namin yun. Kami ni Attorney Roda, both of us. We were there with her friends from law school, okay, and also other friends too. So siguro we were about eight, walo kaming lahat, and we did it. We did the French way. There's also a Portuguese way that starts a little bit in the southern part, pero not in Saria. And I think that goes about 170 kilometers. It's a little bit longer. Medyo mas mahaba. Hindi namin kinuha yun kasi may balitang yung mga wildfires. There were wildfires happening in the area of Orense. Orense, that's in the northern Spain, Galicia, in that area. So, anyway, ang ginawa namin yung French way. So that was only 115 kilometers. Yeah, 115 kilometers. So divide that by about 5 days. So that's about 20-25 kilometers a day. Okay, so nagawa namin yun, believe it or not. The first day was kind of intense. Napakahirap kasi first time po namin. And I think the first one, naabot kami ng mga 30 kilometers. Just walking 30 kilometers. And it was quite a, how can I say it? Kind of a life opening, mind opening event. Kasi ito po yung isang bakasyon na talagang hindi ko pa nagawa. Okay, normally you go on vacation, di ba? You go to the beach, or maybe you go to LA, New York, you go to the city, Japan, mga ganon. Pero itong ginawa nating Camino was really, really an eye opener. And it made you think na yung mga problema nyo, maybe ang tingin nyo, ang bigat ng problema nyo. Pero when you talk to the people who do the Camino, yung mga dahilan nila and the reasons why they did the Camino, it just made my problems seem like, ba't pa ako nag-iisip sa problema ko when all these other problems people face exist, okay, na hindi natin alam. For example, may nakilala akong isang babae taga Slovakia. Okay, and she said that she had been planning this Camino for 2 years with her dad. Okay, kasama yung father niya. Ang nangyari within the 2 years, namatay yung dad niya. Pero tinuloy pa rin niya tong Camino in honor of her dad. Okay, so iniisip ko naman, wow, that's such a an honorable thing, di ba? To continue the thing. even though your dad wasn't there, and they planned it. They planned to do it, pero tinuloy na rin niya. So that was very um, emotional, I guess, to a certain degree. Kasi nga, I, I was not even in a situation na namatayan ako, or something happened in that kind of a situation. So inisip ko, wow, yung mga problema ko doesn't even compare to something like that, especially with somebody passing away. Okay. And then may nakilala rin ako taga Austria. Okay, Austria. Medyo matanda siya. I guess he's about 70 something years old. And uh, tinanong ko sa kanya, so why are you doing the Camino? Bakit mo ginagawa yung Camino? And ang sabi niya sa akin, well, about a few years ago daw, he was diagnosed with white blood cancer cells. He had white blood cancer. At gumaling siya. And he got better. He got cured. So, ginawa niya yung Camino in thanksgiving, to thank the Lord, to thank God that he was cured of this disease. Okay, so um, yeah, again, you hear these people's situation, tapos inisip mo, wow, I thought I had problems, but compared to other people, it's not really a problem at all. But um, so when I say it's an eye-opening event, yan ang parang mga nangyari at mga natutunan ko at nalaman ko from the participants of this Camino, Camino de Santiago. And there were other people na, we started, I guess, October 1, October 2. May mga nakilala ko, September 3 pa sila nag-umpisa. They started September 3 on the Camino. But they started all the way back in France. So tinuloy nila, and kami pa pumapasok lang kami the last 100 kilometers to Santiago. They have been doing it for about a month. Okay. And yung at the end you go to Santiago, the cathedral, the cathedral in Santiago de Compostelas, and it's supposed to be where the remains of Saint James. Saint James is hidden, one of Jesus' apostles. Okay, and that's why people make that trek to end up in the Cathedral of Santiago, um, to uh, I guess have uh, prayers and to reach the relics of Saint James, because Saint James preached actually in the Iberian region, okay, which Iberia extends from Spain to Portugal, okay, and that whole range. Ang sinasabi nila, it was more like propaganda, because at that time, I think the Moors were conquering Spain. So para paalisin yung mga Katoliko in the southern part of Spain, sinabi nila na nandun daw yung remains of Saint James. So para mag-trek yung mga tao dun sa norte in Santiago, so that they can get away from the southern area, which was being conquered by the Moors at that time. I don't know if that's true, okay, but that's sort of some of the stories about the Camino. And anyway, I hope you learn a little bit about it. And kung meron po kayong mga kilalang gumawa or naglakad dito sa Camino, I'm sure they can tell you a lot of stories, and a lot of eye-opening, and a very religious event, okay, for us. So anyway, we're back, and we really had a great time. I met so many people. Yung mga guides namin, we were also able to go to Barcelona, and also Madrid, and also Rome. At yung mga tour guides namin, mga Pilipino. Pero when they speak Italian or when they speak Spanish, wow, super fluent sila, man. Super fluent, and just incredible linguistic talent from our mga kapatid natin dyan sa Spain, at dyan din sa Rome. I mean, because these guys are like, unang-una, fluent sa Tagalog, nakaka-English, and then they can speak Italian or they can speak Spanish. I mean, fluent Spanish. Unbelievable. So nakapag-practice din ako ng kaunting Espanyol natin. So at least nakakaintindihan kami. Broken, hindi masyadong diretso yung aking Espanyol, pero at least nakaka-communicate. And anyway, had a great time and a very eye-opening and a very religious event actually for us. So anyway, we're back and thank you guys for tuning in at salamat sa inyong pagkasubaybay hanggang ngayon na nandito po tayo na live. Thank you guys. Yan ang ating kwentuhan segment for this Monday, October 20 episode of the Filam Community Hour with Allan Alvarez, attorney Allan Alvarez. Okay, so for today, we have a regular show format. So atid po natin sa inyo ating top 10 Pinoy trending. And then we'll do the featured real estates as we do. The Ilocano hit of the day, punto contra punto, and then thought for the rest of the day. And that's going to be your Filam Community Hour for this October 20 episode. Maraming salamat sa inyong pakikinig. And as always, sinisingit po natin ang ating mga OPMs, original Philippine music. So let's get the show started with some Sandwich. And ito po para sa mga Morena. Ito po para sa inyo. It's Sandwich, it's Morena. Some pop OPMs dito po sa ating Filam Community Hour with attorney Allan Alvarez.
Habang buhay mahal kita, yaman ng iyong ngiti, hilig kong kayo manggi, reyna kong sasambahin, sa puso ko at damdamin, ang pinakamagandang kulay sa balat ng lupa. Yaman ng iyong ngiti, hilig kong kayo manggi, reyna kong sasambahin, sa puso ko at damdamin, ang pinakamagandang kulay sa balat ng lupa. Ako'y napapanalangin, wag na wag mong ipagpalit, wag na wag mong ipagpalit, wag na wag, wag na wag, wag maniwala sa inggit. Tunay na mahal ka, habang buhay mahal kita, yaman ng